What's up, YouTube? This is PSC Utachi. As you already know, bring this video to you from the beautiful Okinawa, Japan. Here to talk about Naruto Chapter 645. Now, to start off, I think this chapter was decent. A lot better to me than the previous chapter. Previous chapter, as you see my video, to me was a letdown. But this chapter was decent. So, mainly what happened in this chapter is you see Naruto engaging in some combat with the Jinchuuriki, and you see the fourth kind of like having flashbacks per se, and not necessarily flashbacks, but just moments of inspiration because the little things that Naruto is doing is making him remind him of Kushina. So you pretty much see a lot of that. Like pretty much every time Naruto does something, you see the fourth kind of thinking about Kushina because apparently, you know, her and Naruto are very similar the way they inspire him and just the way they are their character. So you see that a lot throughout this chapter, and you see they had a little comedy moment, which I thought this it was actually pretty good. So Naruto's all pumped up and whatnot, and he goes into his Jinchuuriki mode himself, and the second Hokage is like, I'm sure Naruto is not that stupid to forget that only Senjutsu works against him. So you see Naruto hard charging with the nine-tailed fox, and then he just instantly stops and say, in a nutshell, it's like, holy crap, I forgot. And so I thought it was decently funny. And then he talks to Kurama, and you see him relate more to him. Like they're somewhat like joking around. Like obviously they just became quote unquote friends, so they're still building that relationship. But you see Kurama bring up what I don't think it was ever explained too much. This is kind of when I wasn't reading Naruto, but back in the day when he fought Pain, when he was in Sage mode, that one instance when he got so mad. It was actually, I think, if I remember right, it was actually when he actually met the real Pain, and he was about to punch him, and he got so mad that even though he was in Sage mode, Kurama's chakra still kind of leaked out per se, and you seen his eyes be like Sage Jinchuuriki mode. So that's pretty much actually what he was explaining. He was explaining that he was so angry at Pain that he let his power flow through, even though Naruto was in Sage mode. And just the fact that even though he didn't like Naruto at that point in time, he still never wanted to share Naruto. Like he didn't want to share. He made like a little joke. He didn't want to share him with like a Tola or something. But he said, now they're at the point where they're at now in their relationship, I guess. He's like, okay, I'll let you do it. So Naruto goes into his Sage Jinchuuriki mode, and it pretty much looks. The eyes obviously is Sage slash Kurama's eyes, but for the most part, it still is decently similar to how his Jinchuuriki mode is. You still see like the chakra like outline or whatever of Kurama. So him and the fourth get excited, and they do a Rasengan. It doesn't do nothing, not like it ever stood a chance of doing anything. So then I think Kurama had the idea of doing a tail beast bomb and infusing Senjutsu with it. And then the second's like, holy crap, that's so genius. Although it's kind of not. So they do that, and once again, nothing happens because that in the chapter that I read, they just call it the black stuff. So the black stuff that Jinchuuriki slash Oso has around him is pretty much impenetrable to anything, even the Senjutsu. So, although, it was cool seeing the Sage Jinchuuriki mode, that's what I'm calling it at least. Like I've been saying for the past months, still nothing they do is actually being effective. But it is what it is. So at the end of the chapter, I think maybe like the last 2 pages, if I remember right, you see Jinchuuriki. I don't know if he necessarily says anything, but what it looks like in the pictures is you kind of only see half a picture, but it looks like he's actually summoning the Jubi. Because like you see like the back of them open up like a flower, and you see like a big old the Juby's eye pretty much, and then you see in a far picture like a big version. So nonetheless, not to run on, it looks like he summoned a Juby, and he said something to the fact that I'm gonna start Infinite Tsukiyomi, and then the little corner on the upper right page you see Madara say he's starting the Infinite Tsukiyomi already, and that's the chapter. So, like I said, the chapter was decent. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, ultimately, like I've been saying, the only thing they're doing is working, but it was still nice to see, Naruto still get stronger. You see in the background, Sasuke was kind of more or less in amaze about how strong Naruto's gotten. It more or less still proves that Naruto is so far much stronger than him, which pains me to say because I'm a ginormous Sasuke fan, but nonetheless, I gotta admit, obviously, right now Naruto's on a whole nother playing field. But I mean, ultimately, what got me to me this chapter is honestly the ending. I mean, I didn't necessarily care too much about the whole reminiscent Kushina. I mean, some of you do. I don't. For me, it wasn't a big thing. Yeah, I don't know. It was nice to have it, but for me, it wasn't. It wasn't a attention getter, And the Sage Jinchuuriki mode was nice because I mean, I don't. Like I said, I didn't really read or watch Naruto during the Pain arc. I know it happened, but I didn't really watch it too much or read it. So I don't. To my knowledge, that never actually got explained how that happened per se. So it's good that Kishimoto kind of regressed and actually, gave quote unquote facts on how that happened. And it was nice to see. I mean, it's actually, it's a cool thing. I liked it. It was cool. Well, like I said, I didn't think the ending got me most because apparently, I guess he is gonna go through with his plan for Infinite Tsukiyomi. And honestly, like I didn't believe it because for one, you know, I think, or I would imagine that they would have been able to do Infinite Tsukiyomi as soon as they summoned the Jubi. And even after they didn't do it, and he became Jinchuuriki, he still didn't do it or even mention it. Really, he only mentioned it once. So it still kind of surprised me that he actually possibly is going to go through with this. I don't know. I mean, if it can't really succeed, because if it succeeds, then that would kind of be the end of the show. I mean, Naruto is strong, but he's not genjutsu wise. I wouldn't say he's adequate. I mean, honestly, Sakura probably has better genjutsu than him. Obviously, he's universe is stronger than her, but like I said, I mean, if they went in genjutsu, I mean, something like the Infinite Tsukiyomi with the Jubi power in it, honestly, I don't think anybody can stop it. I mean, the magnitude is just the power. It would probably take Madara, Itachi, and Sasuke, and probably the whole Uchiha clan just to break something like that. So I mean, obviously, it can't really succeed. I mean, because I mean, once they would be in the Tsukiyomi, no matter how strong they were, it wouldn't matter. They'd have to be strong in Jutsu. Which, I mean, the first could possibly, have something up his sleeve. But nonetheless, like I said, I highly doubt the Infinite Tsukiyomi actually coming through because, in my mind, more or less, that kind of be like the end of the series. And just the fact that Madara's still there, if, let's just say, Obito is casting Tsukiyomi, I'm pretty sure Madara by himself can't break out of it. So he'd be under a spell too. And although Madara in these past few chapters have kind of, to me, decreased in his sanity almost. I mean, because he pretty much stated that he didn't care what happened because he was already dead. I still can't see him just kind of, playing possum, or not even playing possum, but just rolling over, I still think he has to have some type of plan at least to avoid Tsukiyomi, more or less. I'm not too sure, but I mean, that's kind of what my take on it. Like I said, it's nice that he actually is going through the plan because I mean, as I've said before, he is insane. So it shows that although he's still a little insane, he's still kind of keeping on track with his plan for Infinite Tsukiyomi. But we'll see in the next few chapters. So, like I said, I mean, this chapter was good in my opinion. To me, it was better than last chapter. So that's pretty much it for this little discussion. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe and share. Comment about the video, comment about how I did, comment about the chapter, or just comment about anything. So as always, this is POC with Itachi signing out.